Hello everyone, welcome back to the Europe tour, and it's the last full day of the trip. I cannot believe it. We're visiting two smaller parks in France today. This will be across two separate vlogs, so we're going to start here at Walibi, Rhône-Alpes, and then later head to La Paule. They're about a couple hours apart, meaning we only have a few hours to spend at each park. But the good news is I've already been to Walibi, Rhône-Alpes before. So this is my second visit to this park. I originally went in 2022 and had a great time. I think it's one of Europe's most underrated parks. Of course, very much affiliated with Walibi Holland and Walibi Belgium, which gets a lot more visitors. But to change that, the chain has rapidly invested in this park. They've gotten 3 pretty sizable new roller coasters in the last decade. First with Timber, that was a Gravity Group family coaster. Then you had Mystic, a Gerstlauer infinity coaster. And then now, 2024 brought Mahuka, only the second intimate hot racer coaster on the planet, and the only one on this side of the world. It'll be my first time experiencing a type of ride like that, so I'm very, very excited for Mahuka. And even cooler, that'll be my 1000th coaster credit. Just saying that out loud, it doesn't even sound real. Opening in 1979, this park has had quite the turbulent history, actually. It's gone under lots of different ownership changes. Like at one point, this was a Six Flags park, but you'd never know when you go inside. It's actually a really nice, really pretty park with some nice theming as well. And they only have 6 roller coasters, but it's a great lineup, actually. All right, we are now in the park. And first things first, thank you Walibi Rhône-Alpes for providing the complimentary admission. And in addition, they gave us 1 skip the line pass for each person in our group today for Mahuka, which is the new coaster and the one I'm making 1000. Every other coaster in this park I've been on before, this was like the main draw to return. Though I really like this park and I can't wait to get back on some of my favorite ones. But here it is, guys. That looks surreal. It is a single rail track. Like I said, from Intamin, it's the second of its kind in the world. The first was in Australia, and I've heard that that one is quite rough. So they basically came back around and they smoothened this out. The layout looks a lot more exciting even. Has so many creative elements. Already you can see this like double-sided piece of track. It's an inverted top hat and an outer banked airtime hill, which is super cool. I love the theming around here too. This looks fantastic. And this has 2 launches as well, several inversions, lots of airtime. It's a complete ride experience from what I've heard. I think this is gonna be right up my alley. And Sean, I have Sean here. He's gonna ride it too.
Hi world.
You haven't been riding a lot of roller coasters lately, but you had to make an exception for number 1000.
Yeah, I've been up and down and all over the place really, but I can make that exception for 1000.
Let's go. And Mom's gonna do it too.
This one?
Yeah.
I am
This is my
absolutely-
1000th coaster.
I'll be here
Okay,
to celebrate.
come on.
I'm not gonna get say. You guys enjoy it.
Guys, I'm trying to convince my mom to ride Mahuka. You need to make an exception for
Go have
1000.
fun.
No, come on, Mom. You rode Fury 325 2 times, and you can't ride Mahuka? Come on. Please, it's 1000, Mom. It's the biggest deal ever.
Okay, I'll go.
Yes! Just need to do it one time. If you don't like it, you don't need to ride anything else.
It is pretty intense.
You'll love it. I promise you'll love it. Oh, look at this around here. This just looks so fun. Oh! It's time for Mahuka! Coaster number 1000! Are you kidding me right now? And this looks so fun. Oh! 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 Yeah! Oh! Oh! Yeah! Woo-hoo! Woo! Oh! Oh! Yeah! Oh, this is great! Oh! Woo! Woo-hoo! Yeah! This is so good! Oh! Whoa! That was amazing!
That was really fun.
Yeah! Are you kidding me? That was such a good choice for 1000. That was great.
I feel great. I feel great. That was fun.
I knew you would like it. I just had a feeling that would be your kind of ride.
That was a really fun ride, honestly.
It was great.
Honestly.
It was such a good fit for this park. Mom, how do you, how are you doing?
It was nice. I made it, so yay.
Yeah.
No, it was fun.
It's smooth, right? It's smooth. It's not too intense. It's graceful.
It was just the right amount of curves. I think my husband still would have vomited.
Yeah.
Happy 1000.
I mean, breaking down the actual layout, I don't even know where to begin. There's two fantastic launches, and they're tire-driven launches. You wouldn't expect them to have that much punch, and I wouldn't say they're the most forceful, but they really do get the job done. I think what this ride's trying to accomplish is it's like a family thrill ride. It meets somewhere in the middle because it wants every member of the family to get a kick out of it. I think families, I think thrill seekers, everyone's gonna love that thing. It's so well themed. You got so many great inversions, tons of airtime hills. They're just the quick pops. It's so much fun. Honestly, I loved it so much, and it was so smooth too. So anyone who's concerned about this being a little rough because the one in Australia was, you don't need to worry about that. It was about as smooth as it gets, honestly. And that's one of those coasters I'm gonna want to ride over and over again. So I really hope I get the opportunity to get at least like 3 to 5 rides on that thing while I'm here. I know we don't have a lot of time, but honestly, that was amazing. I loved it so much. Like I said, fantastic choice for 1000. That was great. Oh my god, I still can't get over that ride. That was so fun. We're just walking around the park getting to our next attraction, Mystic. And in the meantime, I love the landscaping and I love the building style they went with too, like kind of a New Orleans look to it. It's a really nice area of the park. And before Mahuka opened recently, this was the park's marquee attraction. Mystic is a Gerstlauer infinity coaster. It's also a shuttle ride. Very, very interesting layout. It's quite well known in the coaster enthusiast community because it has this weird inclined spike where the track ends and you go backwards. It's a super cool ride, great forces, kind of like Mahuka. It's not too intense. It's something that I think every member of the family will really like. So yeah, I can't wait to do this. This was a absolute favorite of mine on the trip last time in 2022, so it's gonna be great. While still an amusement park over a theme park, they have attempts at theming in this place that are really, really nice. I love all the voodoo dolls on the ceiling. Like, this whole coaster looks so stylized and everything. You have a voodoo doll of Asterix from Park Asterix, so I love that they're poking fun at their competition too. It's great. It's good banter. I got my mom on. Hey! Woo! Mystic! I'm so excited. I remember loving this last time. Of course, you got your classic vertical lip tilt. You're staring straight up at the sky. Oh man, these freak me out still after all these years. I got so much room on my lap bar too. Oh, look at that view. Oh. Great. Oh my gosh. That is a fantastic coaster. That ride is just incredible. I still think it's one of the most underrated roller coasters on the whole European continent. It is so fun. Could not be smoother as well. Tons of forces on that. There's not an element on that that's a dud in my opinion. Everything serves a purpose. The backward section is short. It's not enough to get you nauseous or anything. It just adds an extra element of thrill. The spike is so cool too, especially in the front row as you're just like so close to the end. That is rad. I guess my mom liked the ride so much that she got a Mystic hat.
It was great, all but that one part at the very end, which it looks like, oh my gosh, the roller coaster was broken apart. And if you went further, you would have fly off the end.
It's a cool part. It's a cool illusion. Next up is going to be Timber, a Gravity Group family coaster. This ride is fantastic. I've always said it's one of the best of its kind out there in the world. It has so much great airtime. It's actually quite intense for a family ride, but again, it's not too much. Like, this park does a really good job balancing out their attractions for all audiences. 55 feet, 40 miles per hour. Oh, it's honestly a great ride. I can't wait. It's time for Timber, an awesome wooden roller coaster. I got my whole family on this again. You guys may remember, I recently rode Bobcat at New York's Great Escape. This ride is almost identical to that, so I'm excited to see how this compares. Their operations are so good too. This is such a good park. Here we go. My gosh, that was really good. That is a nice wooden coaster. It's so well paced, and actually it's quite intense. Like there's a few moments of positive G-force on some of those curves. So much airtime. It's insane how much you come flying out of your seat. Like for a family ride, I mean that's gonna please any coaster enthusiast, any thrill seeker. It's great, and it's also very smooth. The park is doing an amazing job maintaining that, especially for how much stress that does put on the track in some spots. And I'll say for that to be like the third best coaster in this park, keep in mind this is a family park. That is amazing. The lineup here is so well rounded and complete now. And I'll also add, I love the park layout because you have Timber, Mystic, and Mahuka in different corners of the park. So it's very well spread out, all the major rides. A quick walk by Generator. I don't think I'm actually gonna ride this coaster today just because I am so crunched on time, but I did do this in 2022, and I'll always give this park credit for really taking care of this Boomerang. I think it's one of the top 3 best ones in the world. It opened originally in 1988, but what's interesting is that for the 2014 season, the park replaced the aerodynamics trains with trains from Sunkid that just have the lap bar trains, so it runs a lot better. It's not just more comfortable with the lap bars, like it's actually a lot smoother too, so I don't know exactly what they did with this ride, Sunkid, but it is so much better than most Boomerangs. I gladly would have ridden it if it had no wait, but unfortunately, it is one of the longer lines in the park right now. It's good to see it's popular though. You already know where we came back to. Freaking Mahuka. I'm so excited to get some more laps on this, and it has had some time to warm up. Oh, it looks like it's running well, guys. I'm so excited. And shouts out to the park for hooking us up with the skip the line passes. Since we are so short on time, that really is coming in clutch. So I'm gonna get several laps on this, and then we'll be out of the park. But hopefully we can get a back row ride too, just for that POV and also the experience overall. Should be wildly different from the front, I imagine. Woohoo! Back row! You guys have no idea how excited I am to do a coaster that I've already done today. And I bet it's gonna be flying too. Whoa! Whoa! Oh! Second launch! Wow! What a coaster. Oh my god. All right, last ride on Mahuka. Oh man, I love this ride. I'm so sad to leave it. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh! Into the second launch. Oh! Oh! Wow. Oh! Oh! Oh wow, that's so good. All right, I've had the opportunity to ride Mahuka a grand total of 5 times today, and what a coaster. Honestly, I love it so much, and I think I like it more as I keep riding it, just because I notice different things in the elements. Some of the forces are actually quite unique. For example, one of the elements that actually really was not delivering for me earlier on in the day was the little triple down thing, which I love the look of it. But now that it's had some time to speed up, it's actually a really cool feeling just kind of bouncing up like a couple times. The inversions too, like they're slower pace, but you get some cool lateral airtime. And again, I'm just so impressed by how smooth the ride is. I absolutely love how fluid it is from one element to another. It's an incredible coaster in my opinion. But by me saying that, don't expect the most intense thing in the world. Like the Rocky Mountain Construction single rail coasters are a lot more intense than even this is. But this, in my opinion, is just the more overall fun ride. Whether or not it's gonna rank higher than those, I'm not sure. However, I think the average person's gonna enjoy this coaster definitely more. It's so much fun. Thank you, Walibi, for a fantastic visit today. This park stays underrated. It is so much fun. Really a hidden gem. I think so many people should really come out here. If you've never had it on your list before, Mahuka is a great excuse to come. There's really never been a better time to visit Walibi Rhône-Alpes, so do it. If you're anywhere in Europe, it's worth it. Thank you all so much for sticking with me today, and stay tuned. Next up is La Paul. Gonna be the final park vlog of the entire trip. I cannot believe it. See you guys there. Peace out, everyone.